top 10 most peaceful countries in the world. However, the concept of peace is impossible to define and even more difficult to measure. Peace does not come overnight and one must consistently nurture, develop and strengthen the indicators of peace to attain serenity and calmness in the environment. According to the Global Peace Index declared by a non-profit organization, Institute for Economics and Peace, we are living in the most peaceful century of all time. The study conducted by the institute ranks 162 countries in the world based on set of indicators that measure the level of peace in a country with parameters as well as level of violence and political stability. The organization has ranked the countries with least violence, both internal and external, as most peaceful countries, whereas the countries with highest level of violence are considered as the least peaceful, having Syria at the last rank, followed by Afghanistan and South Sudan and Iraq respectively. Here we have gathered the list of top 10 peaceful countries with the lowest GPI. Number 10. Norway. Norway is the least expected place to be in the list of most peaceful places in the world due to his mass murderer Anders Behring Breivik. Anders hit the pride of the country hard. Despite the case of mass killing by Anders, Norway made its way to the 10th position in the most peaceful countries as the nation has the highest human development index in the world. Out of 5 Scandinavian countries, Norway stands 10th in the list, followed by Sweden at 11th position, lead by Iceland, Denmark and Finland. Peace has always been a matter of priority for the government of Norway, which makes it one of the most preferably safe countries to live around the globe. Number 9. Belgium. From the continent of Europe, the tiny Belgium is one of the best places to settle in according to the Global Peace Index. The small country of Belgium is one of the beautiful countries having Brussels as its capital. Brussels is headquarters to European Union and NATO. The country has a population approximately 11 million people who either speak French or Dutch. The country brags about its beautiful town, galls, medieval cities, historic castles and world-class art. Belgium has been in the top 10 peaceful countries for last 3 years. Number 8. Japan. For a country that suffered 2 atomic attacks during World War II, it seems impossible to recover from the throwback. But Japan not only flourished but became the promoter of peace for the rest of the world. It might be a tiny country in East Asia, but it is the 3rd largest economy of the world and also the first Asian country to be in the top 10 most peaceful countries in the world. Presently, Japan suffers much less internal as well as external conflicts compared to most of the countries of the world. The crime rate in Japan is also quite low. Japanese are known throughout the world for their patriotism and love towards their country. Japan is also referred to as the happiest country in Asia. Number 7. Canada. Being the 2nd largest country in the world as well as most peaceful country to live in is a very rare combination to find. But Canada set an example for the whole world that size of land is not the index of the harmony in the country. Canada has one of the highest standard of living in the world along with high life expectancy ratio and high levels of safety. Number 6. Finland. Ranked 6th among the most peaceful countries in the world, Finland is one of the most beautiful countries in the European continent. Finland is another Scandinavian country in the list of top 10 peaceful countries in the world. The education system of Finland is believed to be one of the best in the world, ranked at 5th position on earth. Also a member of UN and peace forces, it is necessary in Finland to undergo civil and military training for the youth of Finland. The peacekeeping troops at Finland is 100% volunteer based that has been contributing throughout the world on various occasions. The only involvement of Finland in fights has been with the peacekeeping forces. Finland might have had a turbulent history, but its present is extremely peaceful. Number 5. Switzerland. The beautiful landlocked and mountainous country of Switzerland is well known throughout the world for its financial institutions and services. The country is also well known for its neutrality in the worldly matterly as well as on various regional issues, which made it the country with lowest possible political instability. Switzerland holds strong relationships with all prominent countries of the world. It is also well known as the richest countries upon earth. Number 4. New Zealand. Most peaceful country in Asia Pacific. New Zealand is the best country on the planet to live in. New Zealand is the best not only in terms of peace but also for running a business. The country is one of the most beautiful countries, having mesmerizing beaches, breathtaking mountains and rocky landscapes. However, New Zealand has dropped from its position of second most peaceful country in 2012 in the world to the 4th position in 2014. There are very few people who are involved in criminal activities in the country. Though New Zealand has faced a fair share of civil wars and had also fought in both World War I and II, it has very limited military involvement at present. The country also maintains strong relationships with neighboring countries as Australia. Number 3. Austria. As a result of attitude towards international politics, Austria earned a place in the list of most peaceful countries. Austria is a landlocked country of South Central Europe. The country has been far from conflicts and war since World War I and World War II and the disintegration of Austro-Hungarian Empire. This European country has since then been rigidly neutral towards world politics. Austria is determined to provide a peaceful and serene life to its people. It is also the most beautiful country with the awe-inspiring Alps mountains and resorts situated within the Alps. Number 2. Denmark. The highly interactive and flexible taxation system and government has resulted in the Danish people amongst the happiest people in the world. Yes, it's true. Denmark is not only second the most peaceful nation in the world, but according to a report, it is the happiest country in the world. Denmark stood second in the list of parameters such as generosity, social support, life expectancy, the people's perception towards corruption and freedom. Denmark is also considered as the best place for business as well as for safety norms. Denmark has moved up 2 places from its previous year's ranking as a result of Denmark's government cutting down the military expenditure. Also, Denmark has the smallest Gini coefficient in the world, which means that Denmark has lowest income inequality in the world. And number 1. Iceland. It's hard to believe that a country that does not see sun for the 3 months in a year and then see too much of daylight for another 3 months of the year is the most peaceful country in the world, as people there must be troubled. Iceland has no standing military, which means they have no army or navy or air force.